Let me see your identification.
What did you say? I'll tighten those restraints. Scavenger scum.
We don't need to see his identification.
I will remove these restraints and leave the cell with the door open.
My lord.
Don't tell her. Don't tell her. Don't tell her. Don't tell her. Don't tell her.
Hello, everyone, and welcome to the Sidebar Cantina, the podcast where we talk about Star Wars, pop culture, the impending government shutdown, or whatever the fuck we feel like talking about. I'm Mr. Jason Roscom. With me here each and every single week that we do a show, the Darth Vader to my Palpatine, Dave Martin. Hello, Dave. We haven't really gotten an obligatory opening of the Diet Coke in quite a while.
Oh man, I'll tell you, it's one of those days where I really wish this Traverse City whiskey that I believe our friends from the Escape Pod gave us.
Mm-hmm.
I really want to crack this today.
One of those days.
It's been one of those months.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Which, by the way, September is almost over.
Yeah.
Like, where the hell did that month go?
I don't know. It's
this whole fucking year, man. And then, of course, October means another milestone is coming.
Yeah. Yeah. I'm so excited about that.
Yeah.
And I can't even begin to tell you.
Which we won't mention here.
Oh my God. It hurts so bad.
So, yeah. What are we talking about today, Dave?
So I'm really hoping that we're talking about ILM, this third episode of season 2.
Yes.
Because that's what I've been prepared for.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not gonna lie. Like today, at some point during the day, when I was staring at 70 inches, like I have two 35-inch curved screens on my desk.
Nice.
And I have it, divided into fours, as you're throwing stuff up there.
Mm-hmm.
Wall-to-wall spreadsheets.
What fun.
And I'm like staring at it and I'm going, God, I hope we're doing the ILM thing today. So, yay, we're doing the ILM thing today.
Yes. You gambled correctly.
Woohoo! Yeah, ILM season 2, episode 3, which closing out the way that they kind of spoiler alert, the way they talked about it, like this was the last episode of the season.
That's what it
why
seemed
they
like.
broke it out into another season. Who knows? But yeah, this is the last episode of season 2.
Yep. So we'll be talking about that. In the meantime, I guess we should start taking care of some business.
You take care of that business. I'm going to give this computer the business.
You're going to restart again?
No.
Okay.
I'm just going to give it the business.
Okay. All right. Well, while Dave is giving his computer the business, if you're enjoying the Sidebar Cantina's content, consider becoming one of our Patreon supporters.
My girlfriend sucked 37 dicks. In a row?
I missed. I meant to that. Sorry.
For as little as $1 a month, you can support this podcast and help it make it possible.
Help it make it possible
for us to continue to bring you quality.
Make it possible.
Quality content week after week. We'd like to give a huge shout out to all of our current patrons: Frank Kalevich, Catherine Rennick, Dragon Buddy, Lord Helmet Fire, Nick from Sweet Studios, my wonderful mother-in-law Patricia Goodstein, Don Solsky, Wally Frogmore, Chantal from Pop My Culture, Helen Martin, Sterling Azier, Nicholas Schaefer, Kristen Roscom, Carly Vickers, Ivo G, Shotgun Mark, Frederick Martin, David Schmuck, Scott and Kim from the Used to Abuse podcast, and the Orange and Fett Show. If you'd like to consider becoming a supporter, you can find us at patreon.com/sidebarcantina. Thank you again to all of our listeners and supporters. You. Why is my left one not? You are the reason why we do this.
Because you've been busting my balls about my inability to fucking snap.
Your flats.
My flat. If snap had a sound, mine would be flat.
Yes. So anyway. We got any sidebar headlines?
Yeah, apparently. Luna Girl did notes that I haven't looked at yet because that's the professional that I am.
Mm-hmm.
So let's see. Dun, 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 dun. Before we get started, just remind our friends watching on the YouTubes to hit that like button. Don't be one of those people. You know who you are.
Yeah.
While you're at it, subscribe, why don't you? You know what to do. You subscribe to less engaging and entertaining content than us, and then never look at it again. Or you're subscribed to your, I wrote this. Or you're subscribed to your niece's, brother's, cousin's, former roommate's YouTube page when she was in high school because she was working on a project. So you can definitely subscribe to our channel, the gift that keeps on giving every week. As a bonus, hit the Liberty Bell and get notified when we're live. That's it.
Okay.
And Lunar Girl has all kinds of good stuff for us later.
All right. So some stuff's happened since the last time we recorded. We weren't here last week because we were dealing with some illness.
Yeah.
And
some of us were having bed spins without the benefit of fucking alcohol, which is bullshit.
Yeah.
Absolute fucking bullshit.
And we had the first trailer for The Mandalorian and Grogu drop last Monday.
Can we play it?
We can play it because
let's do that.
Because I've only watched it the one time. Shut up.
It was playing. It's playing again.
Yeah. Hold on. I gotta get everything set up for the screen share. Reactor.
Reactor. Speaking of reactors,
should we address the elephant in the room or
nah?
Okay. Share screen. YouTube. Share. All right.
Here we go.
Let's watch this trailer for The Mandalorian and Grogu. Let me see if I can make that bigger. There we go.
My penis is so smooth.
Do you want to
just new headphones? How sharp that is.
Do you want to play it straight through, or do you want to pause it and talk about certain scenes?
You do what you feel is right.
All right. Well, let's get it started.
Hey!
And the Razor Crest. Yeah, so right from the get-go, we've got a new Razor Crest ship.
Yes. I'm excited.
Yeah.
I'm
Oh, because you hated that Naboo Starfighter.
Well, yeah, I wasn't a fan. And look, I have the Lego of the Naboo Starfighter, and I'm in the middle of the play size original Razor Crest. I'm still rebuilding the parts that they half built one of.
He's referring to Legos for anybody who.
Yeah, I said Lego, didn't I? Of course it's Lego. It's me.
Yeah.
So that means with this one, there'll be another Razor Crest that's going to come out.
Oh, Lego set?
Lego.
Probably.
And I will say that the play scale Razor Crest that came out was pretty fucking good.
Yeah.
It's been a fun build, even though it's taking me forever to get, there's some specific pieces that I'm going to end up having to probably spend money on. So it's just been sitting because I don't have it right now. I'm pouring money into my golf trip right now. So it's not quite finished yet, but the way that the doors open and little compartments and, it's really, really slick how it's put together.
Nice.
It's sizable. It's probably about yay big. And, for the minifigures to actually sit down in the flight deck and be in the back, and they got a couple of carbonite, figures in the back.
Nice.
So I saw this and I was excited to see that there's a Razor Crest involved.
Yeah, the Razor Crest 2, we'll call it, until we get some sort of other official word.
Which actually, I'm disappointed in myself that I don't know the designator for this particular craft. I'm a little disappointed in myself.
Yeah, we'll look that up later. And of course, it's back to the Empire. So they're spying on some sort of Imperial facility.
Yep.
They being Mandalorian and Grogu.
You know what's going on? Must be another drill.
Oh.
Where they're standing around outside.
Yeah. We've got an Anzellan here. Followed by Grogu. Sigourney Weaver is some New Republic officer.
You know, we knew she was involved from. There was some revealed stuff in.
Yeah, they revealed the cast on the official page
in Tokyo for the celebration.
Yeah.
Excuse me, God, that came from like down here. I don't know. All right, I'm good.
All right. So yeah, Sigourney Weaver. Of course, we get the obligatory Grogu trying to take her food with the Force. And we get the music, the traditional music. The guy who did the soundtrack to season 1 is back.
Impressive.
So the Hutt is Rada the Hutt, I believe is what his name is. He's Jabba's son. And he's in some sort of an arena and he's like jacked for a Hutt.
Yeah. Well, and this is, I think, something they're pulling from Legends too.
Yeah.
Like I remember the Hutts. I don't know this. I can't remember specifically which book or whatever, but the Hutts in Legends are more like this than they are like hand me Jabba the butt. Like this. There he is, right there. And like that. Yeah, I mean, obviously Jabba is the original Hutt.
Yeah.
But even in the comics, the comics that are canon, like the Hutts are represented differently, or the species is represented differently.
Right. Jabba's from the sect that they're mobsters and
right. He's just slovenly.
Yeah.
He's just like that old fat mob boss that enjoys drooling all over himself, and
he's Tony Soprano.
Yeah.
Maybe.
Anyway,
moving on with the trailer.
Impressive.
Good shot, baby.
And of course, the last shot we get is the Anzellan and Grogu taking out some species, and the Anzellan's like, "Good shot, baby,"
right?
Because of the bad baby that we got in the one season where Grogu grabbed the Anzellan. And bad baby.
So, first thoughts?
So first thoughts are, I mean, it seems okay. It's fine. It's Mandalorian. It seems like more of what we've already seen up to this point. Just some new adventures. I mean, I'm fine with it. I don't see anything wrong, but they are definitely leaning into the cuteness of it. I think they're trying to go back for that wide audience that the first season of Mandalorian had.
Yeah. What's remarkable about this is the lack of other things like closure with other storylines and things like that. Because I think, weren't we told that, there's going to be some elements of closure with other parts of other stories?
Allegedly.
That were going to happen with this? I don't see any of that with this.
No.
What I see with this is just like an extended Mandalorian episode, which I'm fine with.
Yeah.
I like Star Wars in the theater is fucking always going to be good.
Yeah.
So I'm here for it. I'm not like jumping out of my skin excited for it.
Yeah.
But it looks like it's going to be Mandalorian. Like Mandalorian season 1, like type of, hey, we're getting the characters and they're being themselves, and they're it'll be not Book of Boba Fett type.
Or even Mando season 3,
right?
Where it's all about like Bo-Katan,
right?
And
this is going to be Mandalorian and Grogu. It's
Yeah.
you know, it's in the fucking, you know, old school superhero fucking splash screen that they
Yeah.
throw up there.
Yeah, very non-Star Wars looking title screen there, but that's fine.
But that's been Mandalorian's thing throughout the entire franchise.
Yeah.
So I'm fine with it.
Yeah, I'm the same way. It's but like you said, it doesn't have me like counting down the days until whatever it is, May, I think, that it comes out. But yeah, it'll be fine. We'll see it opening weekend for sure.
Yeah.
And I am intrigued by the IMAX.
Well, I don't think it's not. I mean, it's probably on IMAX like format, but not on the film. I doubt it's going to be on the big, what is it, 64 millimeter film or whatever
it is.
Yeah, I doubt it. I'm sure it was still digital, but it's just like set up for like the IMAX theater experience.
Yeah.
Chris in the chat brings up a good point. Did you notice that that one creature was one of the ones from the Jarek Hollowboard?
I did not.
It was the long neck guy. Kind of looked like a Rancor, but it was like when he picked the thing up over his head.
Yeah.
It like gave you that almost instant like recognition.
Huh. Okay. Yeah, I totally missed that. But yeah, it like I said, we're gonna read it. We're gonna watch it
And also watch it.
So there's really not much more to say about that. We'll talk more as it gets closer and we get more trailers and TV spots and all that.
And I think it's only the one trailer. I know I've seen a bunch of like little clips and stuff, but I think it's all pretty much stemmed out of the same cuts from this.
I haven't seen anything about any separate releases like TV spots or anything like that. It's too soon.
So I don't see it in your notes, but I saw yesterday there was a oh God, who the hell was it? There was a shot showing cast members for the Starfighter.
Oh. I totally missed that.
Yeah. It was one of the cast members. I have to dig through my phone. But yeah, one of the cast members posted it was they were like in the Mediterranean or something. Almost looked like they were dressed up like Waterworld costumes.
Mm-hmm.
And hang on. I can't. I'm distracted. Yeah, so who's the relatively famous person that's in Starfighter?
Oh, what's his name?
Exactly.
Yeah, the guy.
That guy. Who's that guy?
The dude from The Notebook.
Right. Who's the guy?
What the fuck is his name?
I'm asking you.
I don't remember.
This is a fucking Laurel and Hardy skit. Or not a Laurel and Hardy, like Laurel. That was...
I came here for a good argument. No, you did. You came here for an argument.
What the fuck is his name, people? Gosling, Ryan Gosling.
There we go.
So he posted on Instagram a picture of him and one of the kids in the Mediterranean, and it was a weird. It wasn't like Ryan Gosling, was the Instagram handle, but Star Wars, the official Star Wars account, actually posted and said, "Oh, like crew sighting or something like that."
Okay.
Like, so they legitimized the post.
Okay.
That it was, this is a legit thing. This is what they're working on.
Nice.
So it had that element of, oh, is this bullshit? Because you never know anymore.
Mm-hmm.
Like, is this AI? Is this, who the fuck knows?
Yeah.
But yeah, I gotta find a post now.
So we have some breaking news ish
right now.
Sort of.
Breaking news. What I don't know anything about.
Did you know that a Star Wars Visions Season 3 trailer came out 3 days ago?
Yeah, I did.
Oh, I didn't.
I was also on the notes. Get it up. Get the trailer up.
All right, because I haven't seen this yet, so we're gonna do this.
All right, do it. You should put it up there.
I'm working on it.
He's working on it. He apparently doesn't touch the computer all during the week, even though it's his job.
All right. I'm going to share my screen. God, stop. Can you see this?
He did it.
All right. Okay, so I've never seen this. It's 1:40, so let's go.
Do it.
Ronan.
自分のこれからの人生も希望に彩られていると思っていた。
Did you find one that's in English?
This is from the official Star Wars thing. Like, have you seen this before?
Yes.
And there's one that's in English?
Well, if that's the official Star Wars one, then yes, I don't remember it starting with Japanese, but.
All right. Anyway, let's do this again. It's got subtitles.
自分のこれからの人生
Path
も
ahead
希望
seems
に
so
彩られ
bright
てい
with
ると思ってい
possibility.
た。
Are you kidding me? The chick with the 50 freaking lightsabers on her
逆に見え
hand?
なくても
That's out of Ronan.
Yeah.
信じられるものもある。
This animation looks
つなが
pretty
って
sweet.
るんだ。
Oh, AT-ATs in the snow. That's familiar.
フォースの根源銀河系のあらゆる生命をつなぐエネルギーとは
Hopefully we don't get copyrighted over this.
光と闇のしてはバランスは存在しない。
私はどうしたら。
フォースと共にあらんこと。
This one, whatever this one is, the animation on that one looks pretty badass.
That's kanji for volume 3.
Yes.
Apparently.
Awesome. So,
Yeah, lightsaber leg. Let's fucking go.
yeah. That looks interesting. And what is that coming out in November?
Yeah, I believe so.
Yeah. So,
Oh yeah, I'm excited. Just because of the Ronin bit. I mean,
Yeah.
we know how much of a fucking hard on I have for the Ronin bit.
they're bringing him back.
He never left. He never left our hearts, our cold, dead hearts.
Right.
Yeah, so you got Starfighter kind of making itself known out there in the social medias.
Yep.
You have this trailer that dropped. So there's a fair amount of activity with our Star Wars universe.
Yeah. They're letting us know, like, hey, we're still here.
Right.
You know, even though we're in a bit of a lull period overall.
Yeah. Well, don't forget it's the holiday shopping season
Oh yeah.
starting. I walked into Walmart and because I go through in the garden entrance because I hate people. So, and there's usually nobody in there.
Yeah.
So I walked into the garden center and there was a bunch of people assembling fucking Christmas trees. I'm like, I want to set you all on fire. Like, I this is the worst ever.
I was in Costco a week ago, 2 weeks
About
ago,
a week ago.
and they had their Christmas stuff up already.
Oh yeah, Sam's Club has had it up for like at least 3 weeks.
Yeah, and I'm just
They've
like,
had an aisle dedicated to it.
it's not even October yet,
Yep.
and they've already got Christmas shit up.
Now, saying that, the Sam's Club, at least the one by me, has a Lego Star Wars, Lego Harry Potter, and there's a third one, Advent calendars.
Oh, really?
So they have them on the shelf
Oh, sweet.
in those stores.
Nice.
So if you're looking for them, they're not nearly as hard to get as they used to be.
Mhm.
Like I feel like they're way more accessible now.
Okay. And did you say you were getting that Lego Game Boy?
I've asked for it for my
Okay.
birthday.
All right.
I don't know if I'm going to get it because I'm going on a ridiculously expensive golf trip. So, but yes, I did ask for it.
Okay. Because, I saw that and immediately thought of you.
I desire it greatly.
Okay.
Especially like it comes with my two favorite games for Game Boy too. Like it's Tetris and Super Mario Land. It's like, the fuck?
Yeah.
This is like this was made for me for my 50th birthday.
Yeah.
How do you not?
That's a good question.
It must be done.
Yeah. All right then. So you sent me some texts earlier in the week, or I guess later last week, whatever.
Whenever.
And we were talking about Revenge of the Sith.
Mm-hmm.
And a couple of things had come up that had caught your attention.
Yeah.
And I had mentioned that I was rewatching it recently as well, and some stuff caught my attention. So I was wondering if you wanted to talk about that stuff now.
Yeah, let's hear it.
Well, what did you come up with first?
What was I?
I can go back and look at the text string.
Refresh my memory, because we all know how good my fucking memory is.
Holy fuck, the Anakin and Obi-Wan fight in Episode 3 is the best thing on film.
Yes.
New theory, the fight, both Obi-Wan and Yoda exhausted them both thoroughly in using the Force that effectively hid them.
Right. No, so what I was thinking was, you kind of always come back to, like, why was Obi-Wan so old? It seemed like he was, like, from between Revenge of the Sith and New Hope, he aged considerably.
Yeah.
Right? And we know the why, but like if we're trying to resolve it in canon, like what could have happened?
Mm-hmm.
And why wasn't he found by Inquisitors and everyone else? Like, why didn't Vader find him?
Right.
In real canon, not in the fucking Obi-Wan shit that they came up with, which I guess they're doing another one. They're doing another season.
I know that there's talk about another season, but
anyway, so my thing is, like, that fight sequence, they are everything that they have. Like Yoda, these are basically the last two Jedi. And these are also the last two that you see fight as like traditional Jedi.
True.
So Jedi have this capability and this power all the way up until it gets to like that funnel down to like where it's basically just Obi-Wan and Yoda versus the Sith.
Yeah.
And once their power is knocked down, then that's it. Like that entire, like the way that the Jedi eradicated the Sith, now the Jedi are now in that same boat.
Yeah.
So Yoda is, okay, he goes into hiding. I don't think he actively hides himself in the Force. I think he's so fucking beat to shit that his death is just accelerated. It's like, all right, I gotta go. I gotta fucking hide.
Yeah.
It's because I think about it. I think about the story, right? Way too much, but that's what we do.
Yeah.
And really, Yoda going and hiding in Dagobah, there's no indication that he's like, oh, I'm going here because I'm waiting for Luke to train him. Right. There's nothing.
Right.
Because even his conversations with Obi-Wan while in Empire, Luke's being there really wasn't like that. The plan, yeah, that was the plan, but that's not really why I brought him here. Like, you get this impression that like, God, this isn't really the way I thought this plan was going to go.
Right.
If you're going to save the galaxy and you're a 900-year-old Jedi trainer, like, you don't hide like that and then just wait for it to happen. You know what I mean?
Sure.
Just because he doesn't do it later, like as a Force ghost, like when going and intercepting Luke from destroying the texts and doing all that stuff. Like I just feel like Yoda in particular and Obi-Wan very viscerally, they get the Force knocked out of them basically.
Yeah.
Like they still have the capability, but just it knocked thousands of years of Jedi culture and training out of them, because where does that go? Like you don't have, like you did in Legends material, you don't have a Jason Solo,
right?
Trying to bring back all that knowledge. You don't have Luke establishing in Jedi academies and doing stuff. There's none of that.
Nope.
You have now down to one person. Now it's down to Rey.
Yeah.
And even with that, you have some of the books and you have some Force ghosts, but it's never going to be like it was.
No, at least it doesn't look like it from the trajectory that we're on.
Yeah. We are, I think that as Star Wars fans, we are never going to see, and I hope I'm wrong, but I don't think we're ever going to see the lightsaber battle that we saw between Obi-Wan and Anakin. The amount, the intensity, the perfection of what that was. I don't think we'll ever see that again. That was the pinnacle of what, just from the movie perspective, not even talking about what the actors did and how they prepped and everything else.
Yeah.
Just from a movie perspective, like this was the pinnacle of what these characters were going to give us.
Mm-hmm.
And then I can't see it. I can't see it being beaten.
No. Like everything that they've done in the sequels doesn't hold up to that fight. The stuff they've done on Disney Plus, even the Obi-Wan versus Vader that we got.
Yeah.
Even that doesn't hold up to the Obi-Wan and Anakin fight. So yeah, I could see that never being topped. And maybe that's the intent. Maybe the intent is to never top it, because that was such an important pivotal battle in, the history of Star Wars.
Yeah.
As far as your thought about draining the Force from them, that seems legit. Like, especially in Yoda's case, when he took on Sidious, and, Sidious was, like we said before, was pretty much laughing the whole time as he was toying with Yoda, having his fun with him.
Yep.
While Yoda's trying to expend all of his energy to kill Sidious.
Excuse me.
It probably drained the fuck out of him and could have even taken years off of his life.
Hell yeah.
Because of that.
Yeah.
So, maybe his species lives to 1,200 years old, but, he topped out at 9 because he had 300 years taken off of the end by his fight with Sidious.
Yeah. How do you go from the Jedi Master that you kind of saw in Empire to the almost dead guy in Jedi?
Yeah.
If we're telling the story, you almost have to tell the story in a way that's like, okay, the reason that Yoda is dying has a lot to do with the fact that what his capability in the Force really is. Like, how much it exhausts him. Like, pulling the fucking X-Wing out of the mud.
Yeah.
That he made it look so easy probably took more years off his life. Because he had to dig into the Force and do that.
Yeah, as soon as Luke was out of earshot, he's like, fuck!
Yeah, like, oh, God. Oh, I gotta sleep that one off. Like, I hope this kid goes away for like a month.
Yeah.
But I really think that, again, aside from the Obi-Wan series, and even with that, we don't really see, aside from the Vader battle, you don't see Obi-Wan using the Force, right? And he's not he's not actively, I keep reverting back to some legacy stuff, but like how they could hide themselves in the Force. Like you don't get that indication that they're actively trying to hide themselves in the Force. They're not like using energy to do that. They're just existing.
Right. Kind of like the way Luke was on Luke Island.
Right.
In the sequels.
Yeah. He just
Rey said, Rey said she just couldn't see him in the Force at all.
Right.
Yeah.
They just popped himself off. Yeah, Luke is a fucking that's a whole nother that's a whole nother level of analysis to do.
Mm-hmm. But then that would require us going back to The Last Jedi, and I don't know if I'm ready for that yet.
Oh man, I watched help me, the last one.
Rise of Skywalker?
Yes, I watched Rise of Skywalker the other day.
Yeah.
Skipped over Last Jedi.
Mm-hmm.
I watched when I was sick. I'm sitting in my chair and I watched Force Awakens and then jumped over and watched the other one.
Nice.
Again, this is the sidebar of sidebars, but it's all Star Wars related,
of course. This is why we're here.
Rise of Skywalker is, I think, a better movie than I originally gave it credit for.
Oh yeah?
I think upon rewatching, I've rewatched it a couple times, like in the past probably month. And what I realized was, and I think we talked about it when we did the review of it initially, was the fan service and the corrections they were trying to make to what happened to the story.
Yeah.
Those are things that they couldn't be helped, right? Somehow Palpatine returns, like those, like at some point you just had to fucking do something. It's like, all right, we just need to, I can't think of a way to make this, insert this into the story where it's not going to take up a fucking hour.
Right.
So let's just basically whatever, break the fourth wall on this or do whatever.
Yeah, one sentence of exposition. Somehow Palpatine returned. Boom.
Right. And then it's done. But even like I appreciated more in this last viewing the Leia cuts that were there. Even though I still think it's tragic the way that they didn't take advantage of her passing.
Yeah.
In respect to the movie. But the cut scenes I think were better than I initially gave it credit for. And it got back to what Force Awakens was, and this is because of JJ, right? What Force Awakens was, and gave us like some of that kind of New Hope style of like, here's some funny stuff, here's some little bit more serious stuff, here's your fan service, it kind of took care, it hit all those bases,
which is probably why it was so popular.
Yeah. So I personally like, I have a renewed, not respect, but I have a renewed like appreciation for Rise of Skywalker.
Okay.
I don't like how it ends. I don't like the Rey Skywalker thing. I think that's I think that was kind of a weak ending. I don't know that I don't know. I'm sure I could write something that I think would be better, but in reality, I mean, these are the guys that are holding the keys, and maybe they have a plan for something going forward. But other than that, the shit with Palpatine, with all the Sith and everything else, like, it was really clever to tie up some of the stuff, like the stuff with Snoke, and which, that's not how it was written. JJ didn't write it up that way.
No, he probably wasn't expecting fucking Rian Johnson to kill off Snoke in
it was
Last Jedi.
It had a whole, like, everything had a whole. He had to, he's putting tourniquets on shit that he just. And I think he did a better job than we give it credit for.
Okay.
But I still won't watch The Last Jedi. I just, I know I need to watch it with like a little bit more. Maybe you know what I'll do after I turn 50, I'll watch it.
Okay.
And maybe like I'm an old man now, so maybe I'll be softer on it.
I don't know. I feel like you can't get past the Canobite stuff. Like it's because it's so useless.
Yeah.
Like 45 minutes of just useless time.
Yeah.
But anyway, get back to Revenge of the Sith.
Yeah.
So the thing that I've been kind of focusing on in this most recent viewing was the conversation between Palpatine and Anakin, where Palpatine basically reveals himself to Anakin. Because, you know, we have the opera scene that we've talked about quite a bit, which, you know, was one of the best scenes ever. But I'm starting to more and more like this scene where Palpatine reveals himself to Anakin, because at this point, you know, Obi-Wan's engaged Grievous. We don't know what that outcome is yet.
Right.
But, you know, Mace Windu sends Anakin to Palpatine, be like, hey, let him know he's engaged. His reaction will basically give us an idea for, you know, what he's planning. Right. And it seems to me at this point, now that Palpatine knows that the end of the war is near, this is the time where he's going to reveal himself. And this is him starting his whole plan, is first revealing himself to Anakin. Because that then leads Anakin to go tell Mace Windu and the rest of the Jedi, which then brings them to Palpatine. You get the fake assassination attempt, or, you know, whatever you want to call it. And that kind of sets the ball rolling. That's what then triggers Order 66 and everything. But it seems like this moment where he reveals himself to Anakin is him starting, you know, the final phase of his plan.
So I think I hear everything you're saying, and your opinion is valid, and I treasure it. However, I think that I think it had to have started sooner, right? Because Palpatine, I think, lets the veil of darkness up so that Mace and others, like Yoda, feeling what's happening to the other Jedi, I don't think was by happenstance. Like they had this inability to really be able to feel the Force over like any real distance and have any real meaning, right? If even canonically, like they were Force beings that could basically connect to each other through galactic space, right? It just, the fact that they really didn't have any idea what was going on, you know, that the clone troops were being created, that these like massive changes and flow in the Force that were happening, and they didn't have it because Palpatine was basically throwing a fucking blanket of the Sith over that. So I think he starts to fucking pull the blanket up a little bit. And I think he starts to do it when at the Opera House. Really, it's like I have to set the hook.
Yeah. And
I think you used that analogy the last time we talked about it. It's like he had the bait, and he had Anakin, but then Anakin pulled back when he says, you know, the Jedi are selfless.
Yeah.
Right. And he kind of sits back, but you see Palpatine kind of regroup and go like, okay, I got one for you, kid.
Yeah.
Like, so
ever hear about that Darth Plagueis guy?
Yeah. Have you ever heard the story? So, and then, you know, Anakin obviously is like, he knows the vector that Anakin's going to take. I think there is where the crumpling of all right, here, I'm just going to start lifting the veil up. And now suddenly, like, especially the Jedi Council, like the Masters are gonna start, something's wrong.
Yeah.
Like they're going to start sensing that things are wrong. Like Mace standing there going, I sense a force. I sense a plot to overthrow the Jedi.
Right.
Yes, there absolutely is. You are 100% correct, sir. You are far too late recognizing it.
Yeah.
But that's not by accident. It's not like you all of a sudden realized it. That's because Palpatine he enabled that.
Oh.
Palpatine's like, okay, you're part of these machinations. Is like, okay, I need this to happen, right? Anakin's going to show up. I'm going to pull it a little bit further up so that, okay, Mace Windu's going to go like, oh, wait a minute. I think they're trying to overthrow the fucking Jedi Order. Like, oh shit. Right. And he's got the council with him, and they're all kind of feeling the same shit, regardless of where they are. Right. Like Yoda's with the Wookiees.
Mm-hmm.
Right. So you know that this is not something that is just Mace Windu in this area. This is the veil of the dark side. I think has just been lifted enough where it's now everyone can feel it. Yeah. Everyone has this sense. It's either that or Palpatine deliberately puts it out there, but I don't think he needs to do that. I think all he has to do is kind of shut off the fucking, I'm turning off the Sith stuff. Ding.
Yeah.
Like I'm turning off my jamming. And now all of a sudden they're like, oh shit.
Because
we're about to get fucked up.
Yeah. Cause that was, the next thing that Mace Windu said. He said, I sense a plot to destroy the Jedi. The dark side of the Force surrounds the Chancellor.
Right.
Which it's like, are you just now sensing this? Because otherwise you should have brought this up before.
Yeah. And I think that was all under Palpatine's control. It's not that they were deliberate in their actions. Cause I think they were wary of the Chancellor already, obviously, because they were worried about him maintaining his connection and sitting on the throne.
Yeah.
So they were wary of that. But this idea that he was connected as a Sith, same thing with Dooku, right? In fucking episode 2, when in the very beginning, when the fucking ship blows up and Keira Knightley gets killed or whoever the stunt double was.
Yeah.
And the next scene, you have Palpatine. They're in like the council chambers, and Padme's in there and says, "I think it was Count Dooku," and Mace is like, he was a Jedi. It's not in his nature. Like, you don't go from that mentality to all of a sudden, like, I sense a plot to destroy the Jedi. Like, you had to know that this was all part of the plan. Because, and I think we talked about this before, like, I believe Mace showing up with his boys, right? Palpatine just toys with them. Right. Palpatine needs Anakin to come back to see this fight.
Yeah.
Right. He knows that Anakin's not there at that moment. So he's got to make this fight last long enough where Anakin's going to be like, all right, I got to go.
And that's also the moment where he reaches out to Anakin, and you can hear Palpatine's voice in Anakin's head going, if they kill me,
right.
All hope of saving her is lost.
Exactly. So he's like, fuck it. And he gets in a ship and goes. Palpatine is controlling the pace of that fight. Like, I'm killing these other two guys off quickly.
Yeah.
I'm going to leave Mace. It's not saying that Mace isn't as a master and like one of the higher level warriors as a Jedi.
Sure.
It's not to put it there. It's just that Sidious was so much more powerful.
Right. Because of the rule of two.
Right.
That's exactly what Darth Bane was building up to, was one Sith that's just more powerful than any of the Jedi that can, help overthrow them finally.
Yeah. And, it was very deliberate. And when he goes and he's like, oh, I'm too weak. Right.
Don't kill me, please.
Right. And it's like, that all for the benefit of Anakin, and all of a sudden it's like unlimited power, and fucking just starts shocking the shit out of him. Like, that dude, like, excellent play for the writing of that. That whole thing. God, it's such a good movie.
Yeah,
such a good movie. Like, floor to ceiling is a good movie, except for Padme and that fucking pregnancy scene where she's like brushing her hair.
Oh, she's got the weird face.
Yeah, like, God, makeup.
Yeah.
Anyway.
No, I love you more. No, I love you more.
So you're blinded? Are you? Whatever. Anyway, but yeah, like Revenge of the Sith, man, is
it's one of the best movies of the whole series.
Absolutely is. Like I think we haven't done this in a while, and maybe it's worth doing here in the future. But like going and ranking again,
because yeah, I mean, a lot of the times it just depends on where we are at that point in our lives, and we just got through with the anniversary for Revenge of the Sith. So we've been watching it and talking about it pretty extensively this year. So that could skew things a little bit, but at the same time, I think it's also deserving because of how well it was done.
And I've been watching, like when I sit in the Lego room, I'll put on Star Wars just in the background, and just because it's one of those things I can just have on. I don't need to be watching.
Sure.
And I've had the OG playing like several times, like where I've just gone from New Hope through to Jedi and then rinse and repeat. Like I've just done that several times and enjoyed the shit out of it. I keep landing on Jedi as being my favorite of those three.
Yeah,
as I'm watching it, like, which is for the same reasons that we've talked about before. It's time and place. It's I still harken back to that first memory of being in the theater with it, with my fucking costume on. And from a story perspective, it's just, although Empire's really fucking good, but Revenge of the Sith has everything.
Yeah,
it has the best swordplay of anything we're ever going to see,
and it's multiple
the
lightsaber
fucking
battles.
John Williams is like, it's that piano on fire meme with fucking John Williams. Like, dude, and we're gonna talk about some of the on fire stuff when we finally get to the ILM thing.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think doing a movie, a Star Wars movie re-rank, I think should be.
Now, should we
in the future telling?
Well, I'm wondering if we should wait for Mando and Grogu to come out.
Why? Does it count?
Yeah, well, we've done our rankings, including things like Rogue One and Solo.
Yeah, but Rogue One and Solo are movies. I mean, I guess.
Well, we'll talk about it.
Yeah.
TBD.
But yeah, I feel it coming.
Okay.
My penis is so smooth.
Real quick before we actually move into our weeks, God, we've been doing this for an hour and we haven't even gotten to our weeks.
Hell yeah.
Did you see the picture from the Spaceballs 2 table read?
Yes.
That was the parody of The Force Awakens?
Yes. Kathy actually sent it to me.
Oh,
Like,
did
she
she?
found it and then sent it to me.
Yeah.
Because Spaceballs is one of our, like, collectively one of our favorite movies.
Mm-hmm.
So we're kind of following it a little closely.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was even the color of the picture.
Yeah, they got the black and white.
Yeah, it was really funny.
Yep. So it looks like maybe they're gonna parody The Force Awakens. Who knows?
I'm sure they're gonna pull a little bit here, a little bit there. Whatever they need to do. It'll be interesting.
Yeah.
I hope they don't.
Yeah, I'm trying not to get my hopes up too high.
Yeah. Yeah. Exactly. I want to look at it as a different movie, to be honest.
Yeah.
Like, I'm going to look at it as like, oh, okay, here's like kind of a Star Wars parody movie.
Yeah,
Not, hey, here's a sequel to a movie that I already, because anybody that's involved in it has now advanced in years so far.
Oh yeah.
Like Mel Brooks is what, 90 plus?
I thought he was like 98 or something
Right.
like that. Yeah.
So he's up there. So it's not going to be the same guy. He's not playing 3 or 4 characters in this fucking thing.
No.
I highly doubt it. Although he might be. Who knows? John Candy, unfortunately, is not with us.
Yeah. Apparently, his son is going to play Barf, though.
That would be cool.
Yeah. Allegedly, this is what I heard.
So yeah, we'll see.
Yeah. It's I'm looking forward to seeing what they come up with.
Yeah. I'm sure it'll be funny.
Yeah.
It'll have its moments. I still haven't seen the new Naked Gun.
Was decent.
Which people tell me is funny.
Yeah.
Uh,
It's worth a watch.
yeah.
See when it comes out on a streaming service.
Yeah, exactly. I'll probably wait for that.
All right, then. That being said, we ready to get into our weeks?
Yes, let's do it.
Real quick. So I would have talked about this last week, but Ben and I went to the Giants and Chiefs game.
Yes.
Up in the Meadowlands a week from yesterday.
About a week ago.
Yeah. And it was a blast. We had a good time. We did not get harassed by any Giants fans, despite wearing Chiefs colors.
Yeah.
It was the Chiefs' first win of the season, so Ben was happy. And yeah, overall, it was a pretty damn good time.
That's cool.
Yeah, we even got sandwiched in between two other Chiefs fans.
Oh, no shit.
Yeah, so
that's funny.
So we weren't like awkwardly be like, yeah, with Giants fans around us.
Did you let Ben stay home from school?
I did. Yeah, because we didn't get home until like 1:30 in the morning.
I was gonna say I stayed up and watched that game.
Yeah,
and it was late. I mean, I had dozed off and came back and was like, oh, it's gonna. Yeah, because I was past my bedtime.
Yeah,
I'm sure that must have been tough for you too.
Oh yeah.
Oh my god! You get on the turnpike and it's fucking after midnight. You're just like, this is the longest drive ever.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
I've done that drive. I know it.
But outside of that, football wise, the 49ers are 3-and-fraud right now. So I was going to say this last week when they were 3-0, to take that with a grain of salt, because in addition to being just decimated by fucking injuries again, 2 seasons in a fucking row, they their opponents have been weak, and even the 49ers looked weak in those wins. Like Purdy played like shit in game 1. They ended up winning, but he threw 2 picks in that game. He threw 2 or 3 picks yesterday. They're not looking good. And I knew after they went 3-0, I'm like, I have a feeling that they're going to have a massive collapse here. And they may prove me wrong with a victory over the Rams this week, but you know, it looks to me like their season's already off to a bad start, despite being 3-1. But
if you're going to have a bad start, you might as well have 3 wins out of it.
But
I think Eagles last year, they had a bad start and they didn't have 3 wins.
Yeah,
and they still went to the show.
Yeah, so hopefully they can turn it around. But right now, they're just too many injuries, man. Just too many fucking injuries. And what was the 1.5? Oh, yeah. I got sick for a day and a half last week. It was weird. I started off as like a sore throat one night, and the next morning I woke up, it was really bad. And then by that evening, it was almost completely better. And then by the time I woke up the next morning, it was pretty much gone.
Yes, I mean, shit's been going around, man.
Yeah.
It's 'tis the season, I guess.
Well, school's back in session. Ben was sick before, so I'm sure I got it from him, and he's still going to school. So
yeah, I did some peopling, and that's how I think I ended up getting sick.
Yeah, seeing people.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's why the shit's for the birds.
It's overrated.
Yeah.
It's very overrated.
But anyway, that was my week in a nutshell. Got sick for a little bit. More football. It's football season, folks.
Yeah, it is.
You're going to hear about it.
Yeah. So, for my week, Eagles are winning.
Yeah.
They're finding a way. Yep. I can't complain a lick about any of it, right? I watched the kind of the national media, and they want to make this a story, make that a story, and everything else. And I see weaknesses, but the things that I've been critical of in the past with like Jalen Hurts and some of this other stuff, I'm making a deliberate effort to like keep just fucking. They're winning.
Yeah.
Right? There's shit that they have to fix. Let them fix it and go out there and play the next game.
Yeah.
They're not Penn State. It's not like it's not this thing where they perennially can't beat the top ranked teams, right? I knew the Rams was going to be a tough game.
Yeah.
I knew it was. Matthew Stafford fucking pull shit out of his ass. he did when he was with fucking Detroit, and he's been doing it with the Rams. I can't. He'll be one of those people that when he retires, the whole league will go, "Thank God," because he's just one of those quarterbacks. And then again against the Tampa, Baker Mayfield, another guy that's like there was conditions that were stacked against him, and they managed to prevail. Had a good first half, lousy second half.
Yeah.
So they're winning, and I can't complain about winning.
Yeah.
Not with a team that this time last year was not in the same shape and ended up in the Super Bowl and winning.
Yeah.
So I am not going to be one of those Philly fans and start fucking breaking people down, because it's the same fucking team. It's the same team, right? No, they're fucking winning. Now, am I going to live and die by a wins and a losses? Yes. Yes, I am. Because unlike Penn State, right? Because Penn State lost to Oregon on this past Saturday. It's a big game. It was a whiteout. Oregon was ranked 6th. Penn State's ranked 3rd. It was a big game, nationally televised. And Penn State loses in double overtime. Or they lost. I don't know if it was, I forget what the situation was. Regardless, they lost. And the difference between, for me personally, the difference between college football and the NFL, like with the Eagles, is that if Penn State loses, it kind of, affects my afternoon. When the Eagles lose, it affects my week.
Oh, geez.
Right? That, like, it's a completely different level. Like, and I know people that like college sports, that's their thing. Right? And I'm here for it. Those people are awesome.
Yeah. I'm
just not one of those people with my college sports fandom, because I have the benefit of living in a fucking, metropolis that has all its major sports teams all in one fucking spot.
Yep.
So you want to go see fucking hockey, basketball, football, baseball, lacrosse. It's all right there.
Yeah.
All in the same fucking parking lot. So I'm really fortunate that way. So yeah, Eagles are winning. I'm not going to complain. The Phillies are in the playoffs.
Excellent.
They got a first round bye, so they're not going to play again until October 4th, which I'm not sure I'm ecstatic about. I'd rather them continue playing. Baseball's one of those sports where you, like, as soon as you stop playing, like, it's not like football where, like, that week off, like, your muscles are, like, regenerating and like, you're getting healthier. Like, for baseball, it's starting to get colder. Like, you need to be playing more. You need to be, like, having your body go through those motions and getting game ready. So, this is, again, being a Philadelphia sports fan at this day and age, all these kids know is success. All these kids know is success.
Yeah.
And it's crazy. It's crazy to listen to them fucking talk about how, like, oh, well, they're not winning this, not winning that. I was like, I'm finally reaching that age where I'm like, wait a minute. Like, since fucking the Andy Reid era and for the Eagles, and, for the past, since the mid 2000s, all I've seen is winning out of these clubs. Really tough to fucking piss and moan about it. I've done it. I mean, I've done it a lot, but
they've even both brought home championships in that time.
Yeah. Eagles bring it home twice. I mean, I just, so what I am going to save my pissing and moaning for familiar with the Ryder Cup?
No.
So the Ryder Cup it's golf.
Okay.
Right? It's team-based golf. So it's the Americans. It's a team of Americans versus the Europeans. Basically.
Okay, I
the
feel like
entire
I've heard
continent.
about this. I think you've told me about it before.
Yeah, it's every other year.
Yeah.
So this year it was on home soil. It was in the U.S.,
Mm-hmm.
in New York at Bethpage.
Okay.
So you would think, right? Bethpage, really, really difficult course. Bethpage Black, very difficult course. And somehow they nerfed it for this tournament for some reason. Like they cut the rough down. Like, I don't know. I'm not happy with what they did with the conditions at all. Do I think that's the reason why the Americans lost? No. But I don't understand why they nerfed the course. So there's that. The Americans really good at playing singles, but when they need to be playing as a team, right? Because the way the format is, the first couple of days they go out and play, like the first rounds are, they play basically alternate shots. So like one guy hits the ball, the next guy goes up, hits that ball, and then they just alternate. And then the afternoon they play 4-ball, which basically like they play their own shots, and then the best score wins the hole.
Okay.
Those like team-based events, the Europeans just absolutely annihilated us.
Wow. And
the Americans like made a comeback and made it close. Like you look at the score, it's like 13-15, and you needed 14.5 to get the cup.
Sure.
I'm not even going to bother telling you how the scoring works because you don't give a shit. But the reality is, it's kind of a false sense of what the American team is. It's still a bunch of individuals, where the Europeans make it a point to like, this is their team.
Right.
So the U.S., they have the talent, and it's us versus the world anyway, right? So whatever. They have the talent. They just need to figure out how to be a team. But that's not even what I'm upset about.
Okay, so what are you upset about?
The New York fucking fans that were up there. So there's this, like, first of all, on the TV and on the radio, all they talked about was how, the New York fans and how unruly they're going to be, and no, they're not going to see anything like this in cities like Boston, and what other city did they mention? Didn't mention Philly. They mentioned like Boston and I think Chicago or some shit like that.
Sure.
And like, these fans are tough and blah blah blah. And I'm like, these fucking fans. No, they're not. No, they're not. They're like, they're a bunch of whiny fucking bitches. And they didn't show up. They didn't show up when they fucking needed to. And home field advantage is a real thing.
Right.
Like, the Europeans winning on American soil has only happened like 4 times in the past. This is the 45th playing.
Okay.
And it's happened 4 times.
Wow.
So the Europeans were like, we're going to fucking win. And they practice and set up everything to fucking win on our turf. And the New York fans that were up there, they had the numbers, but the amount of European fans that were part of that crowd overtook the people that were cheering for the U.S.
Wow.
And it was obvious on the radio. It was obvious on television. Like, they should be ashamed of themselves. They should absolutely be ashamed of themselves. Like, for as much dick sucking as the broadcasters were doing and everybody else about how the New York fans are tough, blah blah blah, and there was a bunch, like, saying bullshit to guys as they're going in between the tees and shit like that, like that's not the energy. Like that's not what I'm talking about.
Okay.
What I'm talking about is like making it uncomfortable for the other team to play, like being so like ready to explode, being respectful. Like golf is weird like that, but so like while the person is putting, but like knowing that you're getting ready to explode, like it's something that you bring to it, right? Look at Whistling Straits. It's you're not going to look at Whistling Straits. Look at Whistling Straits. Regardless, like they're going to look at the New York crowd and they're going to like, oh, you had this guy that was fucking drunk and said some shit, and this guy said some shit, and Rory told this guy off in the crowd and blah blah blah. New York fans and blah, like no. What was telling to me was the fact that when I'm listening to somebody putt, and after that putt, I have to listen to all of those Europeans fans cheer. Not like half a dozen, not like, enough where it's overtaking the sound that's inadequate.
Yeah.
New York fans didn't show up. So I spent the entire weekend basically fucking New York. I produced some nice memes about sending New York back to the colonies because they're a bunch of fucking loyalists. Which, I mean, is 100% right. I mean, if you know anything about the Revolutionary War, like all these motherfuckers, all the loyalists and the Tories were in fucking New York.
Oh yeah.
Like that was their home, their home base.
Right.
So it doesn't surprise me at all that there's a bunch of fucking Eurotrash living in there. Yeah, I was just, oh man, I was so mad. Like that shit would never happen in Philly.
Oh God.
That shit would never happen in Philly or in Boston. I dare say it would happen in Detroit. Like I just think that the New York fans had a little bit of adversity with the fucking way things were going, and they gave up. Like it's not about getting drunk and being rowdy and saying something about somebody's mother. That's not it. That is not how you affect the game. That's how you get yourself thrown out of shit.
Sure.
But which, Philly, Boston, Chicago fans, Detroit, they're all good at that.
Yeah.
You know how to get yourselves thrown out of games. It fucking happens all the time. Case in point, they had a courtroom in the stadium in Philly. But I digress. Fuck New York. Go back to the fucking colonies where you belong. Don't ever hold a major sporting event there again, because if that's the fan base you're going to show up with to support a national event, then I just as soon give it to the other team. Like you know what? Fuck it.
Yeah.
Anyway. That's it.
All right.
All I'm going to say.
Well, that being said, we ready to get to our main topic?
Yeah, we probably should at this point.
Yeah. It's going to actually be kind of short though, because this episode felt short and there wasn't a ton of stuff to talk about. I mean, we'll get into it, of course, but yeah, for the final episode of this whole series, it seems like not confirmed, but it kind of seems like it is, based on the way they end it. We'll start going through it.
Yeah.
This one's titled "There's No Going Back," and it starts off they basically talking about when they moved from Van Nuys to Northern California, how they moved into it was sort of a incognito building, just a regular old looking office building that is where ILM was now housed, but they put it in this, inconspicuous place because they didn't want people, hounding the
this is where Star Wars is made.
Right.
Yeah.
So it started off with that, and we went right into Pirates of the Caribbean because they said that was the next big script that they got after episode 2, Attack of the Clones, was the first Pirates of the Caribbean. And, they went through a bunch of the making of that. Like the models I thought was interesting. They made those massive pirate ship models in a massive, tub of water.
Right. Which, oh man, those models would have been fucking awesome to have kept somewhere.
Yeah.
Right. Just even if you, I don't know, turn it into a miniature golf course or something, but just like, I don't know, the amount of detail work that goes into that stuff.
Yeah. And you got to wonder where that stuff is now, the models of those ships that they built.
It's probably all fucking got broke up. It probably took it all out.
Yeah. But what kind of surprised me was how many practical effects there really were in Pirates of the Caribbean. Because looking back, I'm just assuming that it's all special effects. But no, they did a lot of practical on it. And they made reference to the Ray Harryhausen several times.
Right.
The guy who's famous for the stop motion animation. It did Clash of the Titans, some other old stuff.
Right. A lot of these model shop guys and animators, he was kind of their idol.
Yeah.
So, and he actually like showed up and he got to see them making some of the stuff, and it was cool for them.
Mm-hmm.
Cool for them to see like, here I'm animating something and getting to do it in front of my idol.
Yeah.
That was cool.
Which I would imagine he's dead now.
That dude?
The Harryhausen guy?
I'm pretty sure.
Let's see. When did he die? 2013. So. Yeah, so probably wasn't too terribly long after they got him in this documentary. Well, no, that would have been 2004.
But this, so that footage they probably have had for a while.
Yeah.
Right? Because even some of this older footage that they're pulling, I've seen portions of it out of the making of Star Wars.
Yeah. And
some other stuff. So this obviously like Lucasfilm file footage from when they're putting the documentary together.
Yeah. We got a footnote of Revenge of the Sith. Basically, they went over a few new things that they were doing in it, but it was super quick. One thing that surprised me was Mustafar. I didn't realize that was a model.
Yeah.
All the lava and all of that stuff, that was all a model. That was practical effects.
Yeah. I really enjoyed that part of it. Like the idea that, like, okay, I didn't like what's his nuts, the main guy was like, yeah, I didn't like how the computer modeling was doing it. So we're like, we just build it. And so they built a tennis court size fucking model of Mustafar and melted plastic to have it flow, and then had burnt cork to put on the top of it so that it looked like it would give it that crust look as it's flowing. And it has the randomness that a flow would have. And because the material they used, it's not like water where it would just shoot down. It actually has like this oozing type lava flow, and you would watching the movie, you'd never fucking think that, that this is obviously
I just assumed it was all CG.
I love that. The fact that you could do that and overlay it with everything else is pretty remarkable to me.
Yeah.
Like, hey, we're gonna do this practical effect and we're gonna integrate all this other stuff into it, and it's gonna look pretty fucking good, especially for when this come out? When did Revenge of the Sith come out?
99, 02, 05, 2005.
Yeah,
because it's the 20th anniversary.
Yeah.
Something else that they had mentioned that they were doing for this one was digital actors. Basically, during lightsaber fights or action scenes, if a character like jumps really far or does something, that's now a digital actor, which you can kind of tell watching the movie.
Right.
Like,
I remember we were talking about episode 2 that I think one of your scenes that you couldn't stand was when Obi-Wan gets underneath the fucking thing falls on him.
Yeah, and it looks like it's a dummy just being pushed.
Right.
Yeah.
That's one of those situations where they use that body double.
Mm-hmm. They also mentioned the face swaps that they did because, like, especially with Ian McDiarmid, how, you know, he's sort of an older, slow guy and he couldn't really do the lightsaber battles. So they had to put in a stunt double and like put his face on the guy as it was going, and it looks good.
Yeah. I mean, I don't know that I would have ever known that.
No? Yeah. It looks good. The final product for sure. And yeah, that was really it for Revenge of the Sith. It was not nearly as much about it as the previous episodes of Light and Magic.
Right.
And I do remember him saying like we had 200 special effects shots in Attack of the Clones, while we had 260 in Revenge of the Sith, and that was pretty much it. And
then when they did the second Pirates of the Caribbean, there was like 2,000 or something. Like it was exponentially more.
Mm-hmm. They go into this part where they get a new ILM building. They moved on from the old one. They still left behind some of the model shop and everything, but they moved most of them to a new building. And that's when they sold off the practical effects shop.
Right.
So,
basically everything that was in the Kerner building.
Yeah.
Like that shop, they still did things for the movies, but it wasn't part of ILM proper anymore.
Mm-hmm. And, you know, you got interviews with some of these people that we've been seeing throughout this whole docuseries. You know, this kind of being their last moments in ILM because they were part of that model shop, that practical effects shop. And, yeah, they were all shown the door, essentially.
Yeah. Well, I know, like, the one woman, she, you know, we saw her, I think in season 1 where it talked about some of the practical effects people went over into the digital. So, but the model shop is where they started. Yeah. So it's, you know, it has that connection. You get this, Adam Savage did, I want to say he did a handful of videos it was 2023 when they completely closed up Kerner, like that whole shop. And Adam Savage actually got some of the furniture out of it, like some of the storage furniture and stuff.
Oh, really?
To include all of the stock that was in it, because they were getting rid of everything.
Wow.
So, like, there was model making stock that you just wouldn't get anywhere.
Mm-hmm.
Right. And it was all like, you know, greeblies and, you know, pieces of plastic and stuff like that. But if you're making models as a profession, like these are these little things that are invaluable.
Sure. Yeah.
So he got these giant fucking shelving units and got them packed up and got them and have them in his shop.
Nice.
Now, but he did some interviews with people in that same, I don't know if it was, I think it was that year, and walked around in some of the parts of the building. Yeah. So you get a little bit more detail than we do in this particular episode.
Okay. Oh, well, that's good to know. At this point, they start going into competition, talking about how for the longest time ILM was the only show in town, but as time went on, more effects studios started popping up, and Weta, they're like the big competition that they ended up having, and they're the ones who did Lord of the Rings and Avatar, because there was a point where I guess Avatar was put out to bid, and Lucasfilm, ILM, you know, did their own test and did their own,
which is when they showed the test, right?
Mm-hmm.
It was remarkable to me that how much the test subject looked like what Weta did. Like, I don't know if it's because James Cameron is like, I want the character to look like this.
Uh-huh.
I mean, that's probably what it was. I mean, if I'm being honest, and I say it out loud, but the ILM's animated character looks like Avatar. It's like, oh yeah, that's Avatar.
Yeah.
So with the mocap and everything else.
Mm-hmm.
So ILM obviously could have done it.
Sure.
They just turned it down.
Well, I don't know if they turned it down so much as
Well, that's what that one broad said.
Yeah.
Like she said that they, the projects, one of the things they turned down was Avatar.
Yeah. But it went to Weta and it obviously ended up being a success.
Right.
And as someone who has never seen Avatar, the one thing I do hear is the effects are probably some of the best out there. What?
You haven't seen Avatar?
No.
Why?
Because when that came out, I had very little ones at home, and it was very hard to get out to movie theaters at that time, and I just never got around to it. And then when it came out on home video, I'm like, yeah, but aren't you supposed to see it on the big screen in 3D? Isn't that the whole point of it? And I just never got around to watching it.
What year did that come out?
Well, let's see. James Cameron's Avatar. It's going to make Avatar look avatarded. 2009. Okay. Couple things going on in 2009. That was the year that was my first full year with the squadron because I joined in 08.
Right.
Went through school in 08. And then in 09 was my first year of flying with you guys.
Yeah.
And again, Ben was a year old. Adam was 2.5. So.
Yeah. And that's, there was like from 2008 to like 2011 was insanely busy.
Yeah.
Aside from a couple of the down seasons in between. But I know in 2008, I think I was home. I wasn't home a lot.
Yeah.
I know in 2008. So, and not much in 2009 either.
Yeah. So that's my reason for not seeing Avatar, but I digress.
Well, I'm just wondering, like, so you're at a point now where you could see it.
Yeah, but I've also heard that it's okay. It's, not the greatest thing you'll ever see in the world, but I don't know. Maybe if they do a re-release of the original in theaters.
Put it in a theater?
Yeah.
I'm trying to think. I can't remember if I saw it in a theater or not. If I did, I mean, I'm in the same boat, right? The only way I would have saw it in theater is if I would have been, pulling order off station, saw it.
Yeah.
Down in DC or something. I can't remember. I've seen it.
But you have seen it.
I have seen it.
Okay.
Fuck, I can't remember how I saw it though. Oh, that's gonna kill me.
Yeah. Anywho, so fuck. They get into more Pirates of the Caribbean parts 2 and 3. They really focus on the Davy Jones, making him the tentacle beard, and
I
all
thought
of that.
that shit was pretty cool. Like breaking down like how much they integrated the actor into that, because Pirates of the Caribbean, I haven't really watched that.
Yeah, I've only seen the first one.
So that one, seeing those characters and how they're portrayed, like seeing the actors behind it, and it's not just the CGI.
Mm-hmm.
Like, that there's actually an actor behind it, and the way the tentacles are moving and stuff like that. It's actually super, super clever.
Yeah.
The way that all that shit comes together. And I don't know about you, like sidebarring. I don't know about you, but like you have these moments where it's like, how do we do that? Like how does that happen? Like how does a line of code make this thing show up?
Computers.
Like how do I take this bit of energy and talk to this, and like I know the how.
Yeah.
But sometimes it just baffles me, like, that it is.
Sure.
Like, I know how things work, but sometimes the fact that they do work, to me, is just, like, remarkable.
Mm-hmm. Oh, yeah.
Am I the only one? Like,
no, you're not wrong. Yeah, it's
like, how the fuck did we get here? Right? How do we get to a point where it's like, okay, our lips are fucking our vocal cords are generating into these microphones,
mm-hmm.
which have there's probably a paper cone in here that's receiving our words,
sure,
vibrating it, and that's creating an electrical signal that's going into this thing and going into the computer, and the computer's going and then sending that out to the YouTubes, and then everyone's dialed into the YouTubes, and they get the and then it fucking shows back up decoded so that you can see our fucking faces and hear our voices
in real time.
Yeah. Now, but even thinking about like the Apollo moon landing in 1969, being able to transmit a television signal from the fucking moon with the 1.25 second delay.
Yeah.
Right. Because speed of light is a thing.
Mm-hmm.
But you're transmitting this thing, like it's doing the same thing. It's like, okay, I'm taking this television signal, which is creating a picture. And then now everyone had a cathode ray tube. There's no such thing as an LED. So now you're exciting electrons in this cathode ray tube that's fucking now shooting it at a fucking screen, and then that screen somehow is getting excited, and like, holy shit. How the fuck do we get there? Like, it's sometimes I just marvel at where we are with things.
Yeah, and it's, during our lifetimes where we've had these massive leaps in technology, and it's weird because we're watching the world change in front of our eyes.
Yeah.
And we really have been for the last 30 or 40 years.
Yeah. I mean, look at this. All right. We'll talk about the elephant in the room right now.
Okay.
So this glorious thing is the Death Star. It's DS2, obviously.
Yep. Now, for those of you listening to the audio, we've got a DS2 model here in the studio,
right?
Which is this. It's huge. It's bigger than Dave's head.
Yeah, it is larger than.
It's bigger than a basketball.
Yeah, it's bigger than a basketball, and it's heavy as hell.
Yeah,
and this is a Helmet Fire creation. He made with his 3D printers, and he put the whole thing together, and then he did the paint job on it, and all the level of detail with all these little points.
Yeah, all the unfinished exterior of the Death Star.
Yeah, and I mean, honestly, like, this could very easily be a filming model. Like, you see these iPhone commercials that people are using for filming. You could 100% turn this into a filming model.
Yeah.
Just put some lighting on it and it'd be fucking good to go.
Yeah.
But this thing was printed at his home printer.
Mm-hmm.
And, put together. This is created at home. Not the shit that we can do at home compared to like when we were kids. Like you never even would think about like that, like to get something like this. It would never.
Yeah,
never. Like, where would you even see this?
At ILM.
Yeah, like where would you? There's no toy store in the world that would have fucking had this.
Nope.
Except maybe a fucking model shop, maybe. But if you were lucky enough to fucking have, like my dad was into models, so we got to go into a model shop. I never saw a fucking Death Star in there.
Yeah.
But you never like get a model with this level of detail, anywhere else.
And I feel like we're still in the infancy of 3D printing. I feel like that still has a long way to go. And it's only going to get just that much better. But this Death Star looks incredible.
Yeah, it's very cool. And we have to thank Helmet Fire for improving our studio yet again by giving us this amazing piece to look at and figure out how to light. I got to figure out how to light it.
It's a thing of beauty. This would have been great when I had my Star Wars Micro Machines.
Well, there's another Star Wars thing that is going to end up in the studio that.
Oh boy.
Yeah. But anyway, I bring this up because this is because ILM, and you watch them like build this stuff out of nothing, right? And then they film it. The fact that we can do something even close to that now, and it's very strange. It's strange the lack of I'm not going to say lack of creativity, because I think that's not creative.
Yeah.
I think what's troubling maybe is that what made those guys at ILM so guys and gals at ILM so good at what they did was they had their imagination, and then they had this outlet for it.
Yeah.
Like, and even when you talk about Apollo astronauts and all these people that were early in aerospace technologies, and doing things like these modelings for film and stuff like that, they had this imagination, and then they would gain access to things to make it happen. Like, all right, we want to build a small rocket. All right, well, we can get access to the rocket motors and actually build something and make that go. We can throw some model parts together to make something, or we can have a camera to make a stop motion film.
Yeah.
Be able to do that. I mean, where are those kids now? What are they doing? Like, they're probably coding. They're building stuff in Minecraft right now, and they're coding, which, there's a level of creativity there that I can certainly appreciate. And that absolutely has its contribution. But even in today's world with AI and virtual reality and everything else, like, if you're filming something that's real, as humans, we're going to know you're going to know that it's real right away.
Yeah.
More so than having the computer fake it being real for you. If that makes, it's not, I'm saying it weird, but AI and CGI and all that other stuff, it's giving you, here's this image, and it's fantastic and it looks super realistic, but your eye, when something is real, you are going to be deeper into it.
Yeah.
Because it has depth. Whereas with CGI, like, yes, that looks like it has depth, but you're not in it, if that makes sense.
Sure. Yeah.
And anyway, I say that because like I'm happy when I see kids riding bikes around in the neighborhood, right?
Yeah.
As
You
much
don't
as
see it very often anymore.
no, I'm like, all right, I can't get annoyed at because I'm happy that they're outside, doing shit. But you can't, like, nobody's going out there with SD's model fucking rockets anymore because I don't. Can you even get those? Can you
Not
even
that
get
I'm
an
aware of.
SD's model rocket? Like chat. I don't like. It's troubling that when we talk about all this stuff that's happened in our lifetime,
Mm-hmm.
how are we going to get to the next that next peak?
It's a good question.
Right? Because there has to be another one. There has to be.
Well, have we peaked yet?
I think we're on the downturn.
Are you?
Yeah. Me personally, again, we're sidebarring the shit out of this because the ILM thing is pretty much over. But I think that from a technological standpoint, until you have some cryogenically changed like superconductors and things like that, where you can, between that and an energy solution.
I was going to say quantum computing.
Yeah, but even that is still limited with temperature.
Yeah.
So, and you can have all the quantum computing you want, but you need power.
Yeah.
You still need power behind it. Like it's not, quantum computing doesn't run on on this power supply.
Right.
Right. It needs more power to do that. Same thing with like Chat GPT. If you think about it, like anything you're doing, it's running out there, but it's using resource. It's using a pooled resource.
Yeah.
So I think you have to there's a technological gap that we need for the power scenario.
Mm-hmm.
Like we need to figure out where we're going to get the power from. The arcane version is nuclear. It's already a solution set that's out there, but unfortunately from a socioeconomic standpoint, people don't see it as viable.
Right.
Because, oh my God, nuclear. Ah! People just have this abnormal fear of it because of an event that happened so long ago.
Yeah.
And then when you bring that up to people trying to educate them, then they go, well, what about Japan? And it happened more recently. I was like, yeah, it was a fucking giant tsunami.
Yeah.
Like, come on. We need more power. All these electric cars.
Oh yeah.
And everyone wants to push towards electric cars, but there's not enough juice in the system to power that. So we need to figure that the fuck out.
Yeah. Well, and like you said, nuclear is the easiest solution, but
right.
Fucking hippies suck in every galaxy.
Right. Well, and back in, I want to say it was the late 90s, early 2000s, there was pretty sure it was BMW had done a test vehicle where they were using hydrogen to power vehicles.
Sounds dangerous.
Not really. I mean, people think hydrogen, again, it's that same thing. Like hydrogen explodes, right? Yes, it does, but so does gasoline.
Yeah.
Like we are in every internal combustion engine, we're controlling an explosion inside those engines.
Yeah.
Right. For every electric car, you're sitting on top of a potential fire without any ignition.
Yeah.
Like that chemical can just decide like, all right, we're done and go.
Yeah.
It's a possibility. So the problem with the hydrogen issue is probably, again, sociopolitical as much as anything. But I think leaning into a technology like that would advance us more than leaning into electric cars. We know electric cars work.
Yeah.
but it's not sustainable. Like all the screens that are in these cars, all the batteries, everything, that's not sustainable.
Well, you could say that about a lot of things that they're building nowadays.
Facts. But we can only mine so much of the materials to make those batteries.
Yeah.
And that's the limb fact. Like what happens when we get to a point where you can't recycle those batteries. Like once those material, the chemical reactions in those materials, once that dries up, what do you do with it?
Fuck if I know.
So, and you have to mine that product out of the earth.
Yeah.
And it doesn't have an abundance like a hydrogen does, or like uranium's super abundant.
Mm-hmm.
There's places out in the Midwest that you could walk around. There's iron ore laying around on the ground. I mean, it's just it's fairly prolific.
Yeah.
Obviously, it's not refined to, the grade that you'd use in a fucking in a power plant, but
sure,
it's out there. Anyway, I say all that. These are the things that we as humans in this time in this civilization, we're in this trough of how do we get further out of this?
Yeah.
Like is it another world war? Like, because that seems to be the push point for a lot of technology, right? A lot of technological advancement. Because in reality, the stuff that took us to the moon is the same shit that we're doing now. I mean, it's just a little bit like more refined.
Yeah.
I don't know. It's just, I see us going in our lifetimes. I don't see us getting much further than this. Will we have shinier things that compute faster?
Yeah.
That compute a little bit faster? Sure. They'll figure that out. The fact that they can run these things, these iPhones, that you can run these things at a reasonable speed, and it only heats up to, a temperature that you can still hold it in your hand.
Yeah.
That's pretty remarkable.
Mm-hmm.
And the level of tooling that it takes to make this is the economic limb fact with this.
Yeah.
But it's possible. I mean, shit. Supercomputer in your pocket that we're using as a fucking.
We never would have imagined as kids having that thing, this thing that does everything.
Yeah, we thought it was cool when fucking Star Trek with the
tricorders.
Yeah, and shit like that. This is so far and away beyond that. But all this shit has happened in such a short span. You know what makes this thing happen in my head that's happening right now, and maybe happening in your head right now? It's because I'm getting ready to turn 50.
Yes.
Like you're half a century old, and you think about like, oh, what's happened in the course of 50 years throughout history, right? And you start, if I go 50 years back from when I was born, and look at the technology.
Mm-hmm.
If I go from 1975 back and then look at where we were with technology, there's no moving pictures. There's no the way that cars are relatively the same, as far as internal combustion engines and shit like that.
Yeah.
But how we heat and cool our houses and those things that we do, how we communicate.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And if you look at the world in 50 year increments, we're not that far removed from the fucking Civil War. We're not that far removed from it's crazy. It's crazy to think about. And then you look at look at a picture that Vickers takes of fucking the Andromeda Galaxy, that's like, what, it's 2.5 million light years away,
and
we're looking at this light that it shined impossibly long ago, that's hitting our face just now.
Yeah.
This incredible amount of time that makes this time nothing at all.
Yeah, it's a lot to wrap your head around.
Oh my God. I think I need a nap.
Yeah. Well, why don't we try to finish up Light and Magic really quick, and then we can wax intellectually about life again.
I'm fine with that. That's good.
All right, so we left off when they were doing Pirates 2 and 3. Then Spielberg comes in, and they do War of the Worlds.
Oh, that's right. I forgot about World of Worlds.
Another thing that I've never seen before.
That's a good. I mean, I think you'd enjoy that one.
Yeah.
Especially like this time of year, like Halloween, watch World of the Worlds. Sidebarring off of that.
Yeah.
The premise of it, right?
War of the Worlds?
Yeah.
We get invaded by aliens?
Right. But do you know like the original one? The original.
I know of the radio broadcast. People thought it was real.
Right. So this version of it, I watched it. I don't know. It's been a long time. It's been a while since I've seen it. But if you do the studio tour,
which we did, we went to the wreckage.
Yeah, so you see all the wreckage and stuff.
Yeah,
which is pretty fucking neat. It was actually really it was well done. It wasn't like the original because you're not getting this. Like I don't know how into it you were, but I was super into the radio dramas. Right?
Nah.
So in Philly, again, taking advantage of the fact that I'm in a major metropolitan area, on AM radio station on Sunday evenings, they would play old radio serials.
Oh, nice.
And so they had like the Green Hornet, Dragnet, like all those old radio shows.
Yeah.
And I had the clock radio next to my bed, and I'd put that on and I'd listen to these, as I drifted off to sleep. And I loved it. And I have other things that I listen to now, but it's one of those things where if I could find it randomly, I would totally listen to them again because they were fucking great. But when the World of Worlds things came on, and I heard the background of it, and when it came on, I could totally see why a radio audience would believe it, because the way that it was presented was just like listening to the Hindenburg, right? Hindenburg was one of the first times I think a national tragedy was live on a broadcast.
Yeah.
Right. So you get, the humanity, right? You get that whole thing. Well, it had the same like effect.
Huh.
Nobody there's no real time like pictures or anything else. Like, so if they were broadcasting, sometimes with these serials, they would do them live. They'd be standing there in the studio, and they would sit behind a bunch of microphones, and they'd do a fucking thing.
Yeah.
So you could break in with some news, and it would be live, and you'd be sitting there listening to a live event. So if you're sitting around the radio listening to My Little Orphan Annie or whatever, and then suddenly this comes across, you're like, holy fuck, like this is over the radio.
Yeah.
Like the suspension of disbelief doesn't have to be there, because you're sitting there listening to this machine that gives you all the information that you get outside of your little world, because your entire world is that little town.
Yeah.
right? And if it's the newspaper and everything else, like the newspaper takes time to get, right? That's not instantaneous. Like the only thing that you get is that radio.
Yeah.
Like it gives you real time. You know that there's something being broadcast off of it. So when when something comes off of that radio, you're like, oh my God. So I 100% could believe it. That was a huge sidebar to say that the Tom Cruise version of the movie has none of that. But it has some good effects. And I thought it was a good movie.
Okay. They really spent time going over a single shot from this movie. It was basically where they were driving in front of a bridge, and then they had to make the bridge explode in the background and have all kinds of other stuff going on. It was a really unique mix of practical effects, CG models. It was a decent shot. Then they go into the movie Rango, which
Right.
I didn't realize. Like I vaguely remember hearing about the movie. I've never seen it. I vaguely remember it's like some of the visuals and stuff, seeing them in commercials or whatnot. I had no idea it was an ILM straight up CG movie.
Yeah, I didn't know it was ILM until I saw this.
Yeah, same.
But we took the kids to see it.
Oh, did you?
Yeah.
Oh.
So, and that's the only time I saw it.
Right.
Like, was that one time with the kids.
Mm-hmm.
So I haven't seen it again. I mean, it was fine. It was, it wasn't Pixar.
Right.
It wasn't Toy Story. It wasn't anything like that. But it was still good. It was entertaining.
Yeah, I looked it up. It didn't make a ton of money, so it's probably why they haven't, done an ILM animated movie since.
But I think for them and what I got from the show is it was more of a proof of concept, right? It's like, all right, this is the first time they did anything that was entirely animated.
Yeah.
And it's like, oh, yeah, we can do this too, right?
Yep. Because, yeah, they were talking about, well, what do we do next? What's the next big thing? The next big challenge? And then they go into closing of that Kerner location.
Mm-hmm.
And basically it's sort of like a big farewell at this point. It's, a lot of the faces that we've seen in this docuseries up till now, kind of talking about the closing of the Kerner and kind of like ending their run with ILM. And, it really feels like this is the last episode of Light and Magic that we're going to see.
Right.
Because
even the guy, when he's on the stage and he talks about like doing interviews for the episode,
mm-hmm.
That it was the last things that were being filmed in the building.
Yeah.
And so that was in 2023. So obviously, I mean, they sold off the property and did whatever. I mean, I think we know ILM still exists, but just it's their Kerner property now. Whoever bought it, who would buy that? Like, what would you do with it?
Turn it into a museum, like an ILM museum.
It seems like a kind of ramshackle place. I mean, aside from they had the auditorium, like for viewing, for seeing movies and stuff. That seemed cool. Like the sound area. Was it the other ILM? Was it last season's ILM where we saw it was Burt Bacharach? No, that's not his name.
Was it Ben Burt?
Yeah, Burt was in like going through like this is where we did the sound mixing, and he kind of like did a walkthrough for all the like different areas.
Yeah,
that might have been a different interview.
Yeah, that might have been the Van Nuys location.
No, it was this location.
Oh.
I don't know. It might have been Adam Savage doing it. Like, anyway, there's interviews out there. You just got to find them. Like, look for, I don't know, ILM Van Nuys or ILM Kerner. And if I find the links, I'll post them.
Yeah.
With the show. But yeah, there's like Ben Burt. It is Ben Burt.
He's the sound guy, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Now that I stopped trying to think about it, it was easier to actually come up with.
Yeah.
Him and a couple of the other guys are talking about, here's here's the room where they did like the presentations, and then they used this room specifically for mixing, and then if they had something else to do, they would. Yeah, it was good. It was cool to have that bit of insight. I'm almost positive it was for Tested. Vickers can back me up on that. It was on the Adam Savage's Tested channel. Anyway.
But anyway, yeah, that's the end of the Light and Magic. It was a great series. Like,
yeah.
I'm
glad I talked you into it.
Yeah, the second season was okay. I mean, the first 2 episodes were good because they went into more Star Wars stuff with
right.
Episodes 1 and 2. I was very disappointed in the lack of episode 3 talk in this one. But yeah,
I think when they started this series, they didn't anticipate selling off that property. I feel like it was like, oh, this is happening. All right, well, we got to focus on this. We're going to be done with this season.
Right, because the first season had 6 episodes?
Yeah.
Yeah, and then this one only had 3.
Yeah, and even the third one was like kind of like, all right, we're done.
Yeah,
like,
sprinkle some crack on them and let's get out of here.
Yeah, exactly. What is that? We need 52 minutes. We'll push some bullshit in there, and we'll it'll be fine. It'll be fine. Don't worry about
War of the World, sure. Pirates of the Caribbean, sure.
Right.
Throw it all in. Throw it all in.
Tentacle porn, we'll do that. That fucking my deviant mind fucking immediately went to Davy Jones, tentacle porn, Rule 34. We haven't done a Rule 34 thing in a while.
I'm sure it's out there.
It's got to be. Some degenerate go into that and find it posted up in the Discord channel, which there is some message traffic in there that I
Rule
haven't
34,
seen.
Davy Jones. Oh yeah, they're there. Yep.
Oh God.
And he's doing with his tentacles exactly what you would think.
The internet never loses.
Yep. So anyway, that's the end of the Light and Magic. Next week, I think we should start looking at Rebuild the Galaxy. The next season is out.
Okay. We can do that.
Unless you have something else in mind.
No, not at the moment.
Okay, because I know we had talked about doing the new season when
yes,
when it hit. So let me just verify. Reactor. No, I don't want season 1. I want season 2. How do I switch this? Oh, that's right, because they did some weird naming scheme. So this is Rebuild the Galaxy: Pieces of the Past.
Oh.
And there's 4 episodes out right now. So I figured maybe we could do the first 2.
All right. Sounds good.
Yeah. Let's see how long they are.
My penis is so smooth.
Yeah, they're like 26 minutes each.
Yeah. This thing is substantial.
Oh, the Death Star?
Yeah.
Yeah.
We should I don't think that hook is strong enough to hang it from.
Okay.
I have to verify with Helmet Fire.
I don't think the ceiling is strong enough to hold something that heavy.
I'm sure we can find a joist that would do it, but I mean the fucking
the base is awesome.
The base is
It's the Empire logo.
Yeah.
I don't suppose there's any way we can show the audience. I can't really see. Oh well.
No. You know what I was thinking?
Since
we have a minute.
Sure.
Fuck this all up. Hang on. I was thinking I should set up another camera so that we have like a roaming camera.
Really?
Yeah.
Wonder
how we do that with inputs.
Well, you would have to have either a third computer or like an iPad or something and dial in with that and use the camera with that. Or bring in a third computer, have the camera hooked up to that. But yeah, it would have to be a third device that you dial in with.
Is that how we did it with the Jedi filmed here? Oh, that's from Vickers. I don't know. Something to think about. I've been banging around in there.
Yeah.
I've got things to read.
Okay.
Should I read them?
Yeah, why not?
Why is there a big white space across this? What's happening? Oh, I updated to the iOS 26, by the way.
Mm-hmm.
There's nothing great about it. Just has some weird isms.
Like racism?
Not that I've found,
Okay.
but I'm a white guy, so I mean, I'm like white. So it's like,
Yeah.
I'm one of them.
Anyway.
ATSW Family Happenings. On Wednesday, ATSW The Escape Pod will be discussing Stuff and Things. Escape with them live in the live chat at 19:05, 7:05 Eastern Daylight Time on YouTube. Still Eastern Daylight Time. At Grave Reviews, Alan and Chris will be discussing 1982 horror flick Halloween 3, Season of the Witch.
Happy Halloween, Halloween. Silver Shamrock.
Is that from that movie?
Yes.
Oh, all right. I've not seen that. I'm not a horror guy. If you're just tuning in.
Yes, that's been established.
Tune in to Grave Reviews live 2000 8 p.m. Eastern Daylight Time on Thursday on the YouTubes. Support the official band of the Sidebar Cantina till the end. Check out their studio renovation series on the socials as well as tilltheendofficial.com to purchase tees, sweatshirts, tickers. Sidebar, have you seen that commercial where I'm sure you saw it with the watching football this weekend where it's the tick picks. You have the old ladies, they're like, "Oh wow. That's a great tick pick." And it's
No,
and
I have not
sounds
seen this.
it sounds like dick pics. There's a couple of different commercials. It's fucking hilarious.
Is that the intent? Is that what
Yeah,
they're
100%.
doing a play on words?
Yep, 100%.
Wow.
But it's tick pics.
Wow.
Anyway, till the end official to purchase tees, sweatshirts, stickers, not dick pics, posters, and future ticket sales. Buy some shit. Do it. And you should message them and say, "Hey, we want dick pics."
Yeah.
I had something to add, and I forgot. Layman's Terms released the Kathy Romano show this past Saturday. Give him a sub on YouTube and check it out. You know who Kathy Romano is?
Sister of Ray Romano?
No. She was on the Preston and Steve show. Preston and Steve is a local radio show.
I'm familiar.
It's been on for like over 20 years.
Yes.
Well over 20 years. Christ, it's been shit. That show came on. I was still living in my parents' house.
Damn.
It's been a minute.
Yeah.
So Kathy Romano got let go from that program. The station let her go because of budget cuts or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
So it was not something that the show wanted. So she gets let go, and now she's got her own show on, I think it's B101.
Okay.
Or 101.5. And I don't know what the show is about. Like it's mostly music, but this is the same station that does the Christmas music 24/7.
Oh, nice.
That time of year. So we're not there yet. They haven't started yet. But look, I was never like a Kathy Romano person. Like her entire bit, like she was a traffic and weather person.
Mm-hmm.
And I think she was originally got on the show because she had huge tits.
I'm gonna have to Google this person. Hold on.
Look for the older pictures. But you know, she became part of the show. Like John will tell you, like it's the slows and jams of the traffic that were just really annoying.
Mm-hmm.
But she's got her own show, and Keith Layman is going to talk about it, or he did talk about it on. So give him a sub on YouTube and check it out. That was an extended version of your shit there, Keith. So fucking pay it forward. The Orange Fett Show released episode 159, Necessary Roughness. Fucking great movie.
The female kicker. That's all I remember.
Kathy Ireland.
That's right.
This past Friday. Check it out on Spotify. I mean, that movie, when they did that with Kathy Ireland, I mean, that was Kathy Ireland at her peak.
Yes.
Like every guy had a Kathy Ireland poster that they picked up at Spencer Gifts, right? They had that poster. It was a competition between her and Cindy Crawford.
Mm-hmm.
And she was in this movie, and there was a couple of scenes of like where it was minimal clothing. It was just like, yeah.
Good stuff.
Yeah, that was the stuff that teenage dreams are made of. So, and I'm sure Orange and Fett will get really into that.
Mm-hmm.
No news from Use and Abuse. You can find us. What are you doing?
Nothing.
It's a weird face you're making.
Nothing. Go ahead. Carry on.
Can you see that? Can you see what he's doing? Or the full-size cardboard cutout. What? Anyway, you can find us at bio.link/thesidebarcantina, where you can find our links to Patreon, YouTube, our audio podcast on Apple, Audible, and Spotify. And oh my God, what did I do? Jesus. Go away. All right. Apple, Audible, and Spotify, and all social media platforms, including X, Instagram, Facebook, Twitch, TikTok, and Discord. Can we just go back to calling it Twitter? Like, this X thing is just fucking annoying.
Yeah, it's weird.
You just call it Twitter.
Yeah.
And there's this other, like, anyway, I don't want to get into that. There's like these other social media networks, and one of them, like this symbol, the emblem looks like the Twitter emblem.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I forget what it's called. Anyway, there's so many of them now.
You're not talking about that blue sky, are you?
Is it Blue Sky? That has a weird, what's the emblem look like?
Looks like a little blue butterfly.
That's probably it.
Yeah.
That's like Twitter, right?
It's the left wing's Twitter. It's where all the lefties go.
Okay. I'm sure that's where they're plotting their revenge. Blah, 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 blah. All social media platforms, including X, otherwise known as Twitter, Instagram, Facebook, Twitch, TikTok, and Discord. Honestly, if you want to interact, at least with me, your probably best bet is on Discord, because I feel like I can be in there and not have to worry about it.
Yeah.
You know, it's not social media. It's just whatever. Like I can just post. I'm not posting bullshit, but I'm just like, okay, this is a captive audience.
Mm-hmm.
Like this isn't public. It's not a public thing. You want to become a member of our Discord server? Come join us. But,
yes.
Yeah. Anyway. Where was I? Oh, once you get to the bio link, simply click the merchants and symbols under our picture to your platform of choice. You can also find all of our past Spotify mixtape playlists. Work. Also on our bio link is our TeePublic merch shop. Choose from 7 designs on everything from t-shirts and footies. Footies? What is a footy?
Is that like footy PJs?
I don't know. PHOOIDS or PHOODIES.
Foodies?
Footies.
I don't know.
Are they fake hoodies, or are they like, I don't know. The kids these days have weird shit. So it could be one of those things.
Right.
If you're into that, buy it. Anyway, if you're not into it, buy a tote bag, which I don't know who's buying those. Phone cases, exclusive stickers and pins, wall art, magnets, lope books. Fuck, I can't talk. Labbit, came and says, pillows. Get my bottom lip on the floor. Fucking, that Bill Cosby album was so funny. It's such a shame he's a rapist.
Yeah.
Nothing says lovin' like a naked Jason chick on a pillow. If I'm going to enunciate, I'm going to enunciate on those words. Go to bio.link / the Sidebar Cantina and click merch. Oh my God. Reviews? No, there's no reviews.
No reviews.
So please write us a 5-star review on Apple or Audible. Don't have an Apple or Audible account. You can leave a message on our Facebook page with a review. Don't have the book? Message us on the gram. Put a message in a bottle for Pete's sake. Just leave us a fucking review. For the love of God. I promise to bring the voices in my head to the show again and share them with you. But we need the reviews to unlock that content. I think I wrote this while I was on the toilet. I'm not going to lie. If you are listening to us on audio, please consider joining us in the live chat on Mondays to remind me that I didn't post the fucking audio. I know, I suck. However, you can hang out in the chat. The chat is most definitely where it's at. If you're new to the Sidebar, please subscribe, ding that Liberty Bell, and select all to receive notifications when we go live. Remember to smash, smoosh, push, click, foodie, whatever, to that like button. It really helps us out. Also, a huge shout out to all of our Patreon supporters. Your support means that we don't have to stress about sponsors, censor our show to worry about demonetization, and continue to upgrade the studio. Thank you.
You have to be monetized to be demonetized.
Whatever. That's it. I'm trying to thank people, and you're digressing to irrelevancies.
Yes, indeed I am.
That's it.
Okay. Cool. Well, next week, let's plan on doing the new Rebuild the Galaxy.
Do it live! Do it live!
At least the first 2 episodes, and we'll go from there.
All right.
So I think we'll go ahead and end it now. So until next time, Dave and everybody else, may the force be with you.
May the force be with you. I wish I was drinking. Oh, all right, I'm going to click this.
It's so hot.
I know, what the hell? The stream still going?
Yeah.
Should not move the microphone all the way out of the way.
Right.
Should not do that.
Oh, this Death Star is pretty impressive.
Impressive. Most impressive.
I want to take it to my work, put it on my desk.
Just, if you're going to transport it, just, it's really solid in the car. Just be careful when you're making turns.
Okay.
Because it will roll.
All right.
You can try and buckle it in, but you got to be careful because you don't want to, like, the strap to come over.
Yeah.
So,
well, to be safe, I won't take it anywhere.
I mean, it made it from Vickers' place to my place, and then it made it from my place to here. So,
Okay.
Why did you not put that in the hole,
Yeah.
Dave?
That's what she said. All right.
Why won't Python fucking load on this machine?
There's no reason why it shouldn't.
Right? It's really fucking annoying.
No.
Not that I want ChatGPT to fucking load this goddamn virus on my computer that I'm sure it's trying to do. I have trust issues.
I can see that.
It's when the AI says, hey, you want to make this happen, here's a bunch of code that you don't know. just cut and paste this into a command prompt, and it'll make it for you.
Yeah.
Like, that sounds immediately like, why don't you just throw your computer into the river?
Right. You pick it up, you throw it away, and go buy a new one. Kelly wants to know when your golf trip is.
I leave on the 10th. So that is a Thursday.
That's a Friday. This is the 10th.
That is a Friday. So I will be back on the next Wednesday.
The 15th. All right. So no show on the 13th.
Right.
All right.
Yes. Yes, I see. All right. We're going to drag this to here. Oh, man. Fucking migraine. So many spreadsheets. I'm so tired of looking at fucking numbers and just bullshit on 70 inches of screen.
Sounds painful.
It's why I don't look at the computer all day. I don't even look at my phone hardly.
Yeah.
I've been reading a book. I gotta get ready for school, which sucks because I'm gonna have to
Yeah. Have you ever heard of the book The Will of the Many?
I have heard of it.
Yeah.
I don't think I've read it.
I'm in the middle of that right now. It's a long ass book.
You're listening to it?
Yeah.
So, have I talked about the Apollo murders?
Mm-mm.
So, you know who Chris Hadfield is?
No.
He was an astronaut, flew on the space shuttle, was also on the International Space Station, Canadian astronaut.
Okay.
He's the guy, super personable, plays the guitar.
Sure.
He was the guy that did the demo where he played the guitar on the space station.
Okay.
Anyway, he wrote a book called The Apollo Murders, and then there was a subsequent book after that. Really, really good.
Mm-hmm.
Ray Porter, who's like Vickers and I is our favorite Audible guy to read. He does the narration. And the third book is coming out next week of this trilogy.
Nice.
So I'm super excited for that.
Excellent.
So I'm kind of re-listening to the first couple because it's been a minute since I listened to it.
Yeah.
But dude, it just goes to show you, like, some people are blessed with an abundance of fucking talent. Like, oh, you want to be a test pilot and also an astronaut, and you play guitar and do all this bullshit. And oh yeah, guess what? You can write a fucking decent novel. Fuck off.
Yep. October 29th is when Vision Season 3 starts.
All right.
Which that'll actually work out pretty well. Next week we do Rebuild the Galaxy. Then we finish Rebuild the Galaxy. And we'll still have to figure out a couple episodes. But either way.
My laptop screen froze.
All right. Well, that being the case, I'll go ahead and kill the stream.
You should do that.
All right, everybody. We'll see you later.
Bye.